So I'm going to give myself like maybe 10 more minutes to do this. Maybe 20 more minutes to do this. One hand, because we have to move to the other one. And I don't want to start making up excuses to say, oh, I got caught up in this one, but it looks so cool. I want to try and finish it. What is finishing it? I wouldn't even understand what that excuse would be. So I don't want to convince myself of just overworking these. Like I said, that's not the point. So we'll see if we can finish in about 10 minutes this particular one, and we'll move on to the next one. I kind of want them, I don't want them to feel like these crazy, elaborate, finished hands, and because it'll feel very heavy-handed. Oh, heavy-handed. Oh, that's so lame. Why would I say that? I don't want it to feel so saturated in the sense that if they're just, this is just a collection of nicely painted hands. I want them to be studies in that sense. So we'll see how that goes. There we go. It's kind of nice. I think the sole reason for painting this particular one, was to get to this change of color here, right there, that kind of shows the change in the planes of the hands. Hands are super cool in that sense because they give you a ton of clues as to what to do with your color if you're paying attention. Because there's always going to be like a change in color and a change in value, change in hue, let's put it that way, and the change in value when the plane changes. So they're always really fun. It's always really fun to try and identify those moments. But anyways. Come on. It's not right. And I'm missing that. I have to be careful because I don't want to start kind of losing and finding my drawing, losing and finding my drawing all the time. I mean, it's totally fine, but it just becomes really inefficient to do that. What's the, does anyone know the score for the match? I'm not looking and I'm not listening to anything. Are you guys saying the gallery 0-0? Okay. I don't know if you guys were asking about the gallery. Maybe the gallery that I'm going to be in. Was that it? Or maybe you guys were having another conversation. I don't know. I don't want to make it sound like it's all about me. If you were asking about me, I'm going to be in Nucleus Gallery in Portland this October. And I'm going to do like 9 little paintings, because oh fuck me, I painted my phone. 9 small paintings, about double page spread. I'm going to painting them on wood. I've been really enjoying painting on this size, so I'm going to give that a shot. And no, I haven't started them yet. I can't lie. It's in October and I haven't done anything. So you guys will probably know when I'm painting those because I'll be showing those. So yeah, I should be working on those. But I plan to, fuck me, I'm painting my phone. Oh shit, did I paint my camera? Did that go like super blurry now? I think I painted my lens. Shit. How's that? Perfect. There you go. Stuff you do when you're painting live. Anyways, so I have to do those. I have to work on those. I've been not careless with those. I just needed to have a ton of clarity into what I wanted to do. And it's a small show, to be totally honest. That gallery usually sells small pieces. So I thought it wouldn't be intelligent to try and do like really large paintings, to be honest. I wanted to see if I could find a way to make smaller paintings make sense. And I kind of think I have. So what I'm going to do, I think I already mentioned it, but if I hadn't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 9 paintings. And each painting is going to reference like a color on my palette, on my current palette. So, and it's going to be, so there's going to be a dominant white painting, a dominant cadmium lemon yellow painting, a dominant yellow ochre painting, a dominant cadmium red painting. And by dominant, I mean it doesn't have to be monochromatic. I mean, it could be many, many different things, but the way I kind of envision it is that it just has to be the color that sets many of the relationships of the painting. It kind of establishes many of the relationships, the color relationships within the painting. So it's going to be cool. Because it's going to be 9 paintings, but it's going to be super easy to identify them as a series, and yeah, that's what I'm going to do. ¿Usted vende clases tutoriales en pintura? No vendo. Esas van a ser gratis en YouTube, gratis, totalmente gratis. Hoy estoy montando como la primera. En este momento pues la razón por la que no tengo puesto el partido en el computador es porque estoy subiendo, no era tanto porque me quería concentrar en pintura, voy a ser honesto, sino porque estoy subiendo el video a YouTube, entonces no quería que me comiera como la banda el partido, para pues que no se viera afectado la subida del video a YouTube. Entonces, no fue nada noble, debo decirlo, no era una intención noble de pintar sin fútbol. En este momento el fondo de este video sería el partido de fútbol. Entonces, no me voy a vender como alguien más noble de lo que soy. Okay, so 5 more minutes, and then we have to be done with this, because I don't want to, this is getting kind of ridiculous, I'm spending a little too much time just kind of drawing these hands, so not going to do that. And this I'm saying while I'm kind of drawing with paint, so terrible. Que bom que você fala espanhol. Obrigado. Damn, I wish that show was in August. I'd be driving back to the easel. Yeah, that's October. October. Is it first week, second week? I don't even remember. I should know these things. Fuck. I don't remember right now. But it's October. In my mind, I just have to be I have to send them and be done by the end of September. So that's hopefully that'll happen. Nah, not hopefully. Come on, I'll make sure that happens. It sounds terrible. They're never going to call me again. But I want to make like really nice, kind of like cool small paintings. They're going to be affordable. Maybe like, I don't know, probably like $1,200 each, maybe something like that, maybe. So I think that that's going to be a pretty good price for those kind of smaller paintings. So that'd be cool. I'll be in Portland July. Yeah. I can't travel. If I have to be completely honest, I'm not going to be there. I was planning on traveling, and I had set up, and I'm going to be totally honest now. I had set up my dates so I could travel and take the paintings personally and do everything personally. And the gallery changed the dates on us, on Benjamin and myself, and that threw everything off. And I wasn't super happy about that, but I'm very respectful of that. I understand that things change, but that just because I have a ton of like responsibilities here, and I have to manage my time like really, really well. And I had set everything up, I was even going to travel to have, with the paintings, and I was going to be in the show, and then immediately after the show, like the day after the opening, I was going to travel to North Carolina to do a workshop, and I had to change my plans, and it even cost me money to change my plans, so I wasn't super happy about that either, but it happens. I understand that, but I wasn't very happy about that. So, less than 5 minutes. We have to be done with this and start the other one. It's getting kind of stupid here. Come on. I just have to put like a couple strokes down and we have to be done. I think I started drawing them too much. I liked them at the beginning. Not liking this that much now. When it was just color against color, I think they look nicer. I don't know. Now they feel kind of overworked. I mean, it's overworked as you can overwork something in like 10 minutes, but like an hour, but it does feel overworked. ¿Los tutoriales van a ser en inglés? Sí, me toca inicialmente. Me toca. Yo he explicado mucho eso y yo sé que puede ser frustrante. Y debe ser frustrante también, pero no. O sea, lo que puedo hacer es como de pronto una vez al mes hago todos los que tengo planeado hacer y una vez al mes trabajar unos en español. Podemos tratar de hacer eso. Me comprometo a eso, como a intentar, no les digo que voy a balancear todo lo que haga para que todo lo que esté montando esté disponible en español. Yo les diría que no les voy a mentir, no es tan fácil de hacer eso. Entonces, pero lo que les puedo prometer es que podemos hacer como unas lecciones en español, si es el caso, para que no sientan que estoy olvidándome pues de dónde soy yo, desde dónde estoy trabajando, porque pues obvio nada de eso es cierto. Incluso pues el deseo de compartir información que creo yo es valiosa, pues nace de entender que, por ejemplo, muchísima gente en Latinoamérica pues no tiene la capacidad para estudiar en este tipo de escuelas que cuestan pues un montonón de dinero. Entonces, hacemos eso. Lo que pasa es que yo nunca he creído que... Yo nunca me he entendido así como tribal, como que las necesidades de mi país son las que priman por sobre las necesidades de otras personas. Yo siempre me he entendido como ser humano y como ser humano siento que pues uno se puede comunicar y conectar con muchísimos seres humanos de otras partes del mundo, de este planeta. Entonces, pues quiero también poderle hablar a todas esas personas. Y esa es la razón, no es por evadir hablar en español, que sería una tontería pensarlo así, sino es querer llegarle como a esa gente. Okay, I am almost done, because this is getting stupid now. Yeah, let's call it not really. Not really. Hola Nico, aquí trabajando mientras te veo trabajar. ¿Qué más, Carlos? ¿Qué dice? Almost. Fuck me, come on. Need like a little bit of green in there. That didn't do shit. Thank you. Come on, man. Okay, that's better. And just like this tiny little bit of paint here. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. That's better for that knuckle. There we go. And sort of clean this up a little bit, this edge. That's a little bit better, not great, but a little bit. Okay, let's leave it here. I think it's fine. And the idea is not that one of these, like all of these, are absolutely amazing. Is that the whole page looks and feels kind of nice, like a really like cool exploration of different gestures and different color relationships within a hand. So that's the whole point of this and of these, and hopefully that'll come through. And this is me just saying that I was going to stop, and I kept going. Okay, come on, stop, please. I'm going to stop in like 2 seconds. It's like honestly, like give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Because I lost that knuckle there. And if I see something I don't like, I have to do something about it. So that almost felt totally negligible, but I had to do it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be fine. Yeah, let's start the other one, just so we don't... Fuck me. Okay, time's up. Yes. Whew. Let me see. Okay, let's go for the other one that has like a different sort of palette. It's kind of cool, actually. And this one was against a darker background. This one's going to be a lighter background, which actually feels super cool because it has to feel quite different. So let's start that. And I always start with my background. Just always feel it's like super important. Or let's start referring to that color as the color right next to the thing I want to paint. Maybe if we, I know it's probably semantics, but if we take the idea of background away from what we're trying to do, then maybe we will understand that it's equally as important as the rest of the painting. Because sometimes people feel backgrounds are like interchangeable, or they can be sort of like a last minute effort thing or like an afterthought. And truth is, they're not. They're super, super important. So it's really weird because that value of the paper may have been just fine, but for some reason I really feel like I have to paint. I have to put paint against paint, so I'm not going to let myself kind of feel that, oh yeah, that's going to be fine if I leave it like that. Nope. Nope. Nico, could you please point the camera to a bit higher so we can see a bit more of the palette? I could, but then you won't see a little bit of you won't see the hand. And the palette is a mess already. Do you want to see how I'm painting this? Do you want to see what I do for you guys? Look at that. That is such a fucking mess. Look at that. That's crazy. So what's making it harder is that I don't have I can't put this anywhere else. I could have had a larger palette and be painting way over here, like way off. But it's so hard. ¿Gol de Marruecos? ¿Qué pasó, Alejandra? Dígame, por favor. But, that's kind of hard to do. Autogol. Ay. Bueno. Uy, qué dolor jugar mundial para hacer autogol. So yeah, it's a little hard. I'm sorry about that. I'll try when I'm doing the YouTube stuff. I'll try to. I'm not doing that now, so don't get too excited because I can't. I'm not going to promise any of that now. But I'll eventually just have two cameras, or I'll have a camera and then I'll have my phone just pointed at the palette, so that I can have like a little insert, like a picture-in-picture thing, where I can do both at the same time. I want to repeat, I'm not doing that with that first video, so don't get too excited. You're not gonna see that, so temper your expectations, please. Cool. Iran. I should be like, I honestly should be like all for Iran. Do you know that Iran is like, I think it's like the third country that follows me most, where I have most of my followers in Instagram. It's crazy. Well, it's not crazy. It just is. But it's something that I would have never imagined. And I promise you that 0% of those people are watching me right now, because I'm positive they're all watching their country play. So that's what I'm going to be doing when Colombia is playing. So, hey, Loginov says hi to you. Oh, thank you, dude. Tell him he's a hell of a painter. He's a crazy, crazy good painter. So, let's see. Oof. So, what do we do this with? You know what I noticed when I was doing... I'm going to be super sincere with you guys. Do you know what I do and what I do in these videos? And it's something that I do like constantly, but it's getting on my nerve because now that I have to like listen to myself when I do these videos, which I hate. I absolutely hate. I much rather say something stupid and not have to hear myself, again and be like, yeah, I probably said something, I probably said a ton of things that were really stupid. and or people saying, well, this thing you said about this painter, no, that's a lie. Actually, blah 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 blah. I don't care for those things. I wouldn't want to listen to myself again, but I kind of have to, because I did voiceover for half of the video, and the other half I was doing it kind of live while I was painting. Not really painting. The painting part of it I had to do VO, and the other part I was speaking while I was filming. And I'm terrible. I am terrible when I try to speak like that. And I'll do things like this, and I'm sorry I have to point it out, but I'm sure it's the internet. I'm sure people have already noticed it. I'll do stuff like this, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, it is so crazy how much I do it. So that's a thing that I do that I have to get rid of, because it's distracting. Like right now, I'm just trying so hard not to do it. And I have to try to breathe every time I finish a sentence, so I don't do it. And the other thing is I say like fucking like 100 times in a minute. And it's just because I'm trying to find, because English is not my my native language, I'm trying to find what I want to say. So it takes a ton of effort to find the correct words, like the precise words. So it's so hard. So I'm trying to get rid of those things, and hopefully it'll give me more clarity. And I don't mean to say that in Spanish I am the best at orator, like speaking publicly, but I do enjoy it a lot, and I can be far more fluid than I am in English. But I still struggle when I have to speak in English. So a lot of those things are going to be there. So don't point them out. I already know them. I'm going to try to make those things a little bit better. The other thing is I don't want to be totally self-conscious about it, because that's the way I speak. So in a way, fuck it. But I want to improve the way I express myself in order to have to provide clarity to what I do. So, I think that's a good reason to try and make it a little bit better. So we'll see. Never noticed oh dude, I click so much, never tell your flaws. Why not? I don't care about any of that. Just, if those are things, I'll share that with you guys. I don't mind. I'm not highlighting them. I mean, for God's sakes, we paint. Our flaws are so available to everyone to see, for everyone to see. It's totally fine. Those flaws don't define me in any way, but they're there, so, and I acknowledge that I want to try and make them better, and that's totally fine. Trust me, I can go to bed and sleep at night just fine. So they're not keeping me up. But it's funny because I never listen to myself. So when I was doing that kind of VO, I was like, what the hell? What is this? What is this hissing, clicking person? Yeah, so I don't know. It's just in an effort to try and make things a little bit better, that's all. I never noticed until you pointed it out. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Now it's thank you. Now I can't not notice it. That's going to be in my mind all the time. So, again, I start with my darks, I guess, darkish. It's not they're not my darker darks. There's a really nice dark here that I should put. It has to do with what the hand was doing and where it was placed, but it's a really nice dark right here. But it's just right there. But I have to put it. Feels really cool. Let's see. I want to be more careful with the with when I do these sort of line work that I'm doing right now. I feel I overdid it in that first hand, so let's see if we can make it a little bit better here, just a little more balanced. Prefieren premezclar. ¿Qué opina Nico? No tengo nada contra las personas que premezclan. Creo que eso es, Alejandro, creo que eso es a lo que se refería. Qué pena, no estaba mirando el celular. Es que siempre tengo el celular como hacia un lado cuando pinto, entonces me toca pintar y después cada rato acordarme de asomarme para ver qué están diciendo ustedes. Si se refiere a que en vez de trabajar de una paleta completa y abierta, la gente pues tenga como resueltas ya unas mezclas antes de empezar a trabajar. A mí eso no me importa, o sea, eso es obviamente una manera de ejercer un control mucho mayor sobre lo que uno está haciendo, pero me molesta, me empieza a molestar, es cuando, por ejemplo, la gente dice, ay, es que premezclé porque estaba trabajando unas pieles y pues yo ya tengo como mi paleta de pieles y ya entiendo como qué colores tengo que usar para hacer mi paleta de pieles y pues como he trabajado ya tanto, ya la identifiqué, entonces ya la tengo resuelta. Eso diría yo que es como una trampa gigante porque es como absurdo. Eso lo que hace es condicionar el pensamiento y la observación y creer como creerse que uno ya entiende la naturaleza hasta tal punto que uno la puede como categorizar, como decir, si usted es alguien de piel morena, entonces usted es esta paleta. Y eso es ridículo. Yo he tratado como de decirle a la gente que no, lo que eso realmente quiere decir es que unas relaciones de color que no son las únicas, pero que pueden ser efectivas en el momento de solucionar una pintura en donde está posando una persona con estas características bajo esta condición de luz específica, puede ser esta paleta. Puede ser, porque es que ni siquiera es ni siquiera es la única manera de resolver algo. Entonces, uno debería ser muy cuidadoso con decir, puede ser. O sea, no hay nada que le indique a uno que esa es la única forma de resolver lo que uno está haciendo. Entonces, cuando uno ya quiere como mecanizar esas observaciones que puede que sean unas buenas observaciones, pero uno quiere volverlas como una fórmula, y una fórmula que empieza como a estandarizar un proceso, se me hace terrible porque entonces lo que tristemente parecería ser cierto en la pintura es que uno tiene que descifrar como ciertos códigos de luz y después lo único que uno tiene que hacer es replicar esa experiencia siempre. Y no, pues a mí eso se me hace terrible porque es limitante, es bastante limitante. Se empieza a acostumbrar uno y empieza a convencerse uno de que la única manera de interpretar lo que uno está viendo es aquella en donde uno pudo como identificar unas variables y convertirlas como en una fórmula. Lo que se sacrifica ahí puede que ese tipo de cosas funcionen hasta un punto, pero puede que eso lo que haga también es ir como adormeciendo la capacidad que uno tiene de ver, de realmente ver y de juzgar en todo momento lo que la naturaleza como que nos está mostrando. Y ese se me hace un riesgo tan grande que se corre que yo trato de evadir eso por eso. O sea, se me hace que no hay nada que valga la pena en términos de lo que... O sea, las cosas que uno gana cuando uno hace eso no son suficientes como para que yo quiera hacer ese sacrificio, se me hace. Porque se me hace que lo que uno pierde o lo que uno se expone a perder es mucho, mucho más valioso que lo que uno puede ganar. Uno gana es la certeza, la aparente certeza de trabajar bajo unas fórmulas, pero pues uno pierde la capacidad de reaccionar y de ver, o sea, y de ver sin ajustarse a unos estándares ya preestablecidos. Entonces, eso, de nuevo, pienso que casi todas esas decisiones, que son decisiones que han producido además pinturas fantásticas igual en la historia del arte, todas esas decisiones son posibilidades que tenemos como pintores, todas están allí, o sea, uno puede entenderlas cercanas a su sensibilidad y por eso de pronto tendemos hacia ellas, pero uno siempre tiene que acordarse de que todas esas decisiones también conllevan unos sacrificios. Uno no gana siempre. O sea, en las maneras, por ejemplo, la gente que me dice, ay, ¿por qué no usa medio? Y yo no quiero promulgar que es que el uso de la pintura pues, pura es la manera de pintar. No, yo soy súper consciente. Soy el primero quien es consciente que cuando uno no usa medio, pues hay cosas que uno no puede hacer. Y ya. O sea, es así de sencillo. Pero, o sea, todas las decisiones que uno toma cancelan otras. Todas. No hay una pintura perfecta que logre como encapsular todas las buenas decisiones que se han hecho en la historia del arte, en la historia de la pintura. Como decir, esta es la pintura que ha aprendido de todas las pinturas y entonces es la pintura como culta, digamos, como la que ha logrado entender todos las intenciones de pinturas anteriores y esta está recogiendo como todos esos atributos. Nada, no existe esa pintura, no existe, es así de sencillo. Entonces, convencernos rápidamente que cada decisión que tomamos está quizás anulando otra o alejándonos de otra, y por eso es que pues son decisiones, porque pues tenemos que entenderlas como compromisos. Para alguien que esté comenzando puede ser un punto de partida. Claro. Por eso digo que son lo que dice Cal, o sea, yo por ejemplo me enfrenté a nada. En la universidad nos tiraron, es como, hey, no sé nadar, y lo tiran uno al Océano Pacífico. Ese fue mi proceso en la universidad. Fue como, bueno, sálvense el que pueda. Y ya. Y estaba bajo responsabilidad de cada uno de nosotros ir recogiendo información, no solo del profesor, sino de la gente, como de nuestros compañeros, para poder ayudarnos y para poder darnos pistas de cómo trabajar, porque era una paleta completísima, o sea, una paleta extensísima, grandísima, o sea, paletas que yo nunca he vuelto a usar en mi vida, que eran casi como 30 colores casi, o sea, nosotros los más jóvenes pues no sabíamos pintar, y entonces eso fue traumático, pero dentro de lo traumático yo digo que se toman decisiones también, o sea, uno tiene que tener de pronto como no sé si el carácter pero la disposición para decir, tengo que, o sea, o me ahogo o tengo que salir como a flote porque no tengo más opciones. Entonces, sí puede haber maneras, pero a mí hay veces lo que me incomoda es que las maneras que se enseñan, hay veces se convierten como en dogmas de pintura, en vez de ser entendidos simplemente como una opción. y al entenderlos como una opción, deberíamos los quienes somos profesores siempre ser conscientes de los riesgos que se asumen al pintar de cierta manera, lo que se gana y lo que se sacrifica. Entonces siempre deberíamos hacer como ese, como ese, ¿cómo se dice? Ese balance de decir, bueno, ¿qué gano con enseñar así? ¿Qué pierdo con enseñar así? Y qué estoy como sacrificando, ¿no es cierto? Hay unas cosas que van a ser diametralmente opuestas y hay unas cosas que estoy sacrificando y hay unas cosas que me generan riesgos. Hay otras cosas que me van a generar unos riesgos, o sea, tengo que tener cuidado de X cosas. Siempre deberíamos hacer como ese juicio cuando estamos enseñando una manera y nunca profesar como, miren, es que esto es lo que está bien. No, yo por ejemplo en este momento estoy pintando de la manera que me lo pide mi vida en este momento. Esa es la única como razón que les puedo dar a ustedes. ¿Por qué pinta así? No sé, porque mi vida me ha llevado hasta este punto y me está diciendo que debo trabajar así. O sea, que después de todas las maneras como he tratado de entender la pintura, mi vida me está pidiendo que yo trabaje de esta manera en este momento. Bueno, aquí vamos ya mucho más rápido que en la otra. Es que en la otra me engolosiné el resto con la mano. Entonces nos toca hacer... We should learn Spanish. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Many times the conversations that I'm having are also conversations that I've had in English, so don't worry about it. Like, I try not to speak about something that I won't mention in conversations in the other language, so don't worry about it. I promise. Nico, ¿vas a abrir canal de YouTube? Sí, estoy en esas. En este momento hay un videito muy humilde, que además lo estaba tratando de hacer corto. O sea, yo dije, no, voy a hacer algo súper cortico, o sea, así como normalito, para que no se sienta muy ambicioso, como para que sea el comienzo, y 40 minutos. Entonces, porque es que, jue madre, tengo que aprender a no hablar tanto, jue puta. Pero bueno, 40 minuticos, que además 40 minutos son 7 gigas, una barbaridad. Sí, yo es que no tengo casi nada de experiencia con video, entonces pues va a ser importante como ese proceso también. Pero 7 gigas, juepucha. Vamos a ver. Y cuando estaba terminando el video, el hijo de... Yo era ya como despidiéndome, como muchas gracias, todo bien, pues invitándolos que conozcan como el canal, chévere, todo lo que dice la gente como like and subscribe y todo eso. Y de repente el niñito del vecino ¡ah! Pega un alarido, jueputa. Y yo decía, no, perfecto, muy bien, esto es. Sí, parece que le estuvieran matando ahí al otro lado. Pero, no, está bien el niño. Está bien. Eso, y que me puse a meter el brazo todo el tiempo. Me encanta como uno pierde la noción de cuán grande es esa mano. Miren esa manito, es así, puta. Es una cosita chiquitica. I'm just saying how little this hand is. Like when I'm painting it, I lose notion of the fact of how small it is. But it's just so fucking tiny. Would stop this hand now. Now I have some spots that I have to, but yeah, this one, with this I just fucked around so much, and I hadn't painted today. So usually when you're not kind of warmed up, you kind of have to like at least try and do some painting before you paint, or at least some drawing, and I hadn't done that because of course I was watching football, I was watching the World Cup. So that's what happens when you don't do it. You warm up while you paint, and that's not great. And I noticed it while I was painting. I was like, fuck, I'm just fucking around way too much with this hand. So, but again, one thing in that little video, one thing I said, I'm always going to try to be critical of the stuff that of the exercises that I do. I'm never going to try to convince people that what I'm doing is perfect. And I'm always going to try to judge those exercises based on the intention that I had when I started painting them. So I tell people that it's totally fine to be critical with your work, and it's totally fine to know that you may have messed up in certain aspects of the painting. That's going to happen always. Like messing up is part of what we do, is almost like an integral part of what we do, actually. We are taught to be super scared of fucking up, and that's crazy. But the important thing to realize is that when we make mistakes, we just have to be very, very eager to learn from them. That's the most important part. We have to be willing to make adjustments, but not adjustments in this painting, like in this particular painting that I'm doing, because then you start kind of fighting through the painting, and it almost feels like you're swimming against the current, and you always say, I have to push through. No, many times you just have to finish the painting and then just start another one, and then that's fine. That's totally fine also. So that's the way I kind of view things. It's a very sort of natural way of understanding mistakes and understanding process and understanding everything we do. Like the same way I understand why my paintings, they don't have to be eternal. It's the same reason that I feel I have to see my own work as that too. Like, I am going to make mistakes. That is going to happen. That is a fact. But the important thing is not to try and avoid those mistakes. The important thing is to try and understand what I'm going to do after I've made those mistakes. And what I've noticed that is probably the most valuable is that we don't have to just keep, working and overworking one particular painting just because we can kind of recognize the mistakes we've done. What we have to do is just make another one, and then make another one, and then learn from the one you've made and build from that, and then learn from the one you've made and build from that, and then learn from the next one and build from that. And first of all, that way you're going to be drawing and painting constantly, because you don't have this project that's bigger than yourself that you have to say, oh, this is the painting, this is the one that I'm going to showcase how good I am, and I'm going to challenge myself. Like, you could challenge yourself just painting like a fucking apple. Challenges don't, there's not a set definition of where a challenge lies in life or in painting or anywhere. It's like everything in life. I mean, some people feel like it's challenging to just wake up and just face the world, and for other people it's like, what are you talking about? Or some people just can't speak in public, and they feel horrified, so challenges don't mean more complex paintings, more figures in a painting. They don't mean any of that. That's just that's just a very easy way to categorize paintings and categorize and understand work. But do very simple things, very simple paintings, or go as complex as you want, but then, think that your biggest challenge lies ahead, and that this challenge that you set for yourself with that, with that painting that you were doing, is just a stepping stone for the next one, which is a stepping stone for the next one. It doesn't mean that your paintings are going to be better and better and better and better and better, because then that's kind of ridiculous to feel that we can be infinitely better. You know, there's not a, you know, there's a point where you just don't get better. You know, there is such a thing as just a limit to our ability. There's a point though where you just have the ability to say different things with your work. And that's super cool. To get to that point is just a very, very enjoyable moment in painting, particularly in painting. So always remember that, like the challenge, that the opportunity to see how much you understood from whatever you were doing at one moment lies in the next painting. You know, in many ways, painting something is just almost gaining the right to have the opportunity for future learning, in a way. I don't know if I expressed that correctly, but like when we're working, the reason that we should never stop working is because in our work, in and of itself, it lies the opportunity to just keep going. Like the nature of doing something is that the chance to keep doing and keep learning whatever we're doing. It doesn't have to be painting or anything. Lies on the experiences that we can gather from whatever we're doing at that moment. So always understand that, like the chance to challenge yourself, to question yourself, lies ahead, and that way you won't get convinced that you did like an amazing painting and that you're done for life, like that's your masterpiece, and then you're done, and then you're kind of enamored of yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, just saying, wow, I did this. This is fucking amazing. Now I can go to sleep. No, like, we have to keep going. Even if you did an amazing painting, and for the next, like, 5 years, you're not going to do anything as good as that, fuck it, like, deal with it. Like, keep going. And eventually you'll break through again, and because those 5 years are giving you the chance to make something very special, like in the future. So, and if it wasn't for those 5 years, like doing stuff that you think wasn't this cool, as that first, you know, amazing painting, they were necessary. They were absolutely necessary to make that next painting that may come 5 years from that good one. So. Oil has nothing to do with acrylics. No, they're totally different. Yeah. The way you would go about it, I mean, you can try to have oils act like acrylics, but not really. They're very different. They behave very, very differently. I mean, for one, just the nature of oils is to stay open, like in terms of its drying. So that allows you to do many, many things that are not natural to acrylic. Acrylic, while it dries, transforms. So it's quite different. It's quite different. And I don't profess I actually kind of do. I shouldn't be coy about it. I do like to work in oils, and I do favor them over acrylics, but I've also said that, like, it may speak about my, oh fuck me, that is so heavy. Blah, what did I do? It may speak about my ignorance of acrylics more than the actual limitations of acrylics. So, ¿cuánto va el partido? ¿Cuánto vamos? ¿Cómo vamos? 1-0 todavía. Yo voy a ver el partido de la 1, obvio. Lo que pasa es que no sé qué horas son. No lo sé. Tengo esto y soy jurado de una tesis. O sea, el partido se acaba y tengo que irme a la universidad en bombas para ser jurado de una tesis. Entonces hoy tocaba hacer todo, hoy tocaba chulear todas las responsabilidades. Tocaba pintar, tocaba ver fútbol, pintar, ser jurado, rajar a alguien y esta noche estar con mis hijos. Hoy es día completo. No, el de España no ha empezado. ¿El otro acabó 1-0? Pero ya casi acabamos ya casi. So I think I'm almost done, almost, with this one also. Uruguay 1-0, obvio, ese sí lo vi. Obvio, Juana. Ese estuvo muy bueno, sí. Pero como es un autogolazo, bueno, ahorita lo voy a mirar seguro, pero ¿cómo así autogolazo? Estoy muy... ¿A quién va a rajar? No, vamos nunca. Hola, hoy hablamos de ti en Madrid. Uy, gracias Laura. Recordando el increíble curso del año pasado. Uy, gracias. Ojalá cosas buenas, ¿no? No como diciendo, no, así hueputa de Nicolás. Que no se vuelva a aparecer por acá ese man. Nunca más. Nunca. Considera muy importante el boceto. El boceto como el acto de bocetar, o lo que tengo debajo de esta pintura. No, cualquiera de los dos, bueno, no, uno sería más importante que el otro. Sí, en ese sentido, el acto de bocetar, sí, importantísimo. Ese sí es fundamental. El tener un dibujo abajo, no tanto. El tener este dibujo ahí abajo, no. Eso no lo creo tan importante. Ese creo que es más... Ese es relativamente caprichoso para lo que estoy haciendo. Quería dibujar esas manos y después como venir a pintarlas como teniendo esa tranquilidad de haber hecho ese dibujo, pero no lo podríamos estar haciendo estas manos sin tener ese boceto ahí debajo, ese dibujo ahí debajo. Pero del acto de bocetar, de dibujar, sí, ese sí es importantísimo. Ese sí, yo creo que día que uno no dibuje, día que el dibujo se lo cobra a uno. Entonces, ese toca hacerlo. No, sí, este tengo que hacerlo, pero lo voy a hacer más azulito como para que se diferencie. Claro que no debería. No, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Qué pena y sobre dramático, pero... did you ever try Mylar? Oh, yeah. I did a bunch of paintings on Mylar. They're super nice. Reason I painted them was Sophie Jolwan, the Canadian artist. She fucking... And I saw an Alex Kanifsky also painting on Mylar. And... I think the one I bought was Duralar, maybe, that you get in a pad, which is really cool, and it's so awesome. Like working on that surface is so awesome, so direct. You can't fuck around that much because you'll ruin your painting, because everything just stays kind of in the surface. So come on, so. You have to be really conscious of that, but it's super cool. Yeah, Kanifsky's he's our hero. Somebody's calling me, but I'm not going to pick it up.